Japan just experienced two significant earthquakes in the same day, one near Tokyo and another close to Mount Fuji. Here's why scientists are paying close attention and why the location matters, even though there's no evidence of an eruption. Japan has once again reminded the world why it's one of the most seismically active places on Earth. The first earthquake struck east of Tokyo near Chiba Prefecture. It measured around magnitude 5.8 and occurred about 50 kilometers beneath the surface. Because it was relatively deep, people across the Tokyo region felt buildings sway, but there was no tsunami warning. Then only hours later, a second earthquake struck near the Fuji 5 Lakes region, close to the northern base of Mount Fuji. This one was shallower, around 20 kilometers deep, and measured approximately magnitude 5.6 to 5.7. In parts of the region, the shaking reached levels strong enough to move furniture, knock objects from shelves, and make it difficult for people to remain standing. So why is everyone talking about the second earthquake? Because of where it happened. Mount Fuji isn't just Japan's most famous mountain. It sits in one of the most complex tectonic environments on Earth. Several major tectonic plates interact beneath Japan. The Pacific plate is being forced beneath neighboring plates to the east, while the Philippine Sea Plate is subducting beneath central Japan from the south. These plate interactions have built the volcanic systems and mountain ranges that make Japan so geologically active. Mount Fuji itself formed above this complex zone where these powerful forces meet. That means earthquakes near Fuji naturally receive extra scientific attention. Now it's important to separate fact from speculation. At this time, there's no confirmed eruption, no evidence that magma is moving toward the surface, and Japanese authorities have not reported signs that Mount Fuji is about to erupt. Scientists aren't concerned simply because there was an earthquake. They're watching because earthquakes in volcanically active regions can sometimes provide valuable information about what's happening beneath the surface. Researchers monitor whether aftershocks migrate, whether the ground begins to deform, whether volcanic gases change, or whether low-frequency volcanic earthquakes begin increasing. Those are the kinds of changes that would suggest something more significant is developing. Right now, those signals have not been reported. History is one reason the region is watched so carefully. Mount Fuji last erupted in 1707, about 49 days after the massive Hoya earthquake. That historical sequence is often mentioned because it shows how large tectonic events can influence volcanic systems. However, today's earthquakes are nowhere near the scale of that historic megathrust event. So experts are not saying history is repeating itself. The bigger picture is that Japan sits on multiple active plate boundaries. Earthquakes are a normal part of life there, and the country's engineering, building codes, and emergency preparedness are among the best in the world because of that reality. These recent earthquakes are another reminder of why scientists continuously monitor the region. Not because every earthquake leads to something bigger, but because understanding Earth's processes helps communities prepare for whatever nature might bring. The Earth is constantly changing beneath our feet, and understanding why these events happen is often more valuable than simply reacting to the headlines. If you found this breakdown helpful, save it so you can come back to it later. Share it with someone who's been seeing these earthquake headlines and wants to understand what's actually happening. And if you're interested in geology, natural hazards, and breaking down complex events without the hype, follow along. There's always more happening beneath the surface than most people realize. Till next time, remember, we're all in this together, fam. And remember, pounding the like button's free. One love.